Hello everybody, welcome back to EduTap. I hope you guys are doing absolutely good. So as you all know that EduTap is currently running a concept revision series wherein we have revised all the major concepts related to finance, companies act, economics and management. So today we are starting with another component which is commerce and accounts, and this is part number 1 wherein we will try to solve 25 most important conceptual questions which will definitely help you to prepare for the upcoming SEBI Grade A 2025 in the best manner as possible. So let's start. First of all, if you are new to our channel, then please subscribe to it. And if you want to get the PDF of this particular video, or if you want to get the PDF of my today's class, then definitely you can join our Telegram channel. The link of Telegram channel is given in the description box below. Right? So let's start. First of all, today we are doing basic questions related to accounts, and we will also try to do some basic numericals. Chaliye. Which of the following events will be recorded in the books of account? So you have to first answer question number 1. Is it value in the change of human resource of the company? No. Why? Because this is a non-monetary transaction. Changes in managerial policy? Again, no, because you cannot have any monetary value assigned to managerial policies, right? Appointment of personnel? No, because again over here we don't have any monetary data or any data which is related to monetary terms, right? But if I purchase stationery on credit, over here definitely this is an economic event. Economic event means what? Those events which can be measured in the money, it has some monetary value, and it will definitely impact the financial health of your company. These are your economic events, right? Therefore the correct answer over here will be option number D itself, right? And there are two type of economic events, internal and external. Internal economic events are happening inside the company. For example, salary paid to the employees, right? But external economic events are happening in outside the company, by which I mean between the company and some other party. For example, companies making a payment to a supplier, companies collecting a payment of any different goods sold, right? So economic event can be internal and external, right? Therefore the correct answer over here will be option number D. Moving forward, so this is the explanation which definitely you can read, and you can enhance your understanding once you get the PDF. Question number 2. The first step of the process of accounting is what? Is it recording? Is it identifying? Is it measurement? Or is it communication? Even if you apply your basic sense, the process of accounting starts from identification. Identification of what? Identification of economic events. Identification of economic events. Recording of what? Again, recording of economic events. But first you identify that whether this is an economic event or not. Then you record it in multiple different books of accounts, right? Therefore the correct answer over here will be option number A, right? And if you see the overall process, first you identify, then you measure it, then you record it, and then you communicate. So first you identify that whether this is an economic event or not. Once your measurement is done, like measurement in the terms of monetary value, right? Then you record it, and then you communicate it to multiple different users of your accounting information, right? For example, let's say I'm purchasing some goods on credits, or if I'm selling something, so this will be an economic event, right? Then you will ask me, sir, what is the total value of purchase? So you will say 10,000 rupees or 12,000 rupees, whatever the case is, right? Then you will record it in different books of accounts, and then finally you will communicate the required information to the interested users. Interested users are basically those people who have certain stake in your company, right? So this is what question number 2 is all about. Remember, the first is identification, then you move to measurement, and then you move to recording, right? But if your measurement is done in the first step itself, then directly you can go to recording as well. But remember this one, like identify, measure, record and communicate. Identify, measure, record and communicate. Very basic, nothing tough to understand till this particular point. Next, question number 3. Reliability, relevance, understandability and comparability are popular referred to as what? Reliability, reference, understandability and comparability are referred to as qualitative characters of accounting information. Qualitative as in like these are telling you certain nature of accounting. Reliability will tell you whether this information is free from errors or not. Relevance will tell you that whether the information which is provided to you, is it relevant to the current time period or not. Understandability basically will tell you that whether the information which is provided to you, is it understandable to the layman terms or not. Comparability will again help you to compare the balance sheet, income statement of one company to the other company. So these are your qualitative characters. Quantitative characters are basically dealing with the numbers itself. right? For example, the total level of profit and loss. So that is quantitative, but in accounts we generally study the qualitative one. Therefore, the correct answer over here will be option number B, right? Remember, qualitative characteristics are important for you, so please study them from whatever source you are studying. I have told you the basic meaning of reliability, relevance, understandability, and comparability. Next, question number 4. Who uh, who among the following would be classified as an external user of accounting? So there are two users of accounting, right? Internal and external. The question is asking you that which one is external. See, business unit manager is a manager working in the company. Financial officer is again a manager working in the company. SEBI, is SEBI working in your company? No, right? SEBI is external. Therefore, your answer will be option number C. Vice president, line supervisors are again different type of managers who are directly working in the company. Now, why these people are interested? Definitely because they have certain stake in it. Like today, a line supervisor or a line manager or a business unit manager will draw salaries from the company only, right? So if company doesn't have money to pay salaries, their life will be impacted. So these people are internal to the company. These people are internal to the company. Therefore, my friend, they will be known as internal users. And if you see SEBI, which is not directly working in the company, will be known as external. In external, you can also count your Government of India, Ministry of Corporate Affairs. All these are external users of the accounting information, right? So the right answer will be option number C, which we have discussed so far. Now let's move forward to question number 5. Question number 5 says what? As an information system, accounting is what? As an information system, is accounting is viewed as a chronological record of financial transactions of an organization. It can be correct, but we have to read the other things also. It is used as a process that links information source, the accountant, to the set of receivers by means of channel of communication. Okay. It is viewed as a means of determining the true income of the entity, namely the change in wealth over the time. It is used as service which is deemed in the society, with accountants being willing to and capable of providing it. See, D is incorrect, C is also incorrect, because over here you are providing information. So you are connecting your accountant with a different set of receivers. So therefore the correct answer will be option number B. See, whatever accounts we are making, and if you ask me the most general definition of accounting, it is basically the language of business. Via this language, business communicates to multiple people. For example, if I have to check that what are the total profit and losses for a business, so business will tell me the number through profit and loss. So accounting information system is basically a way via which an accountant communicates the information to different financial users. So therefore, my friends, over here the correct answer will be option number B, right? So you can see multiple explanation is coming on your screen, but when it comes to information system, remember accounting is viewed as a process that links the information source to multiple set of receivers, right? And you can read about this particular overall definition by yourself. That will help you to understand different viewpoints of accounting, right? Next question. Capital is one of the most important accounting terminology. Which of the following is incorrect about capital? Now, capital is basically the amount of money which is brought by the owner of that particular company to start the business. It's like that particular amount of money through which I will start my initial days of the business. That is what capital is, right? Amount invested by the owner in the firm is known as capital. Yes, obviously. It may be brought in the form of cash or assets. Yes, because for example, if I'm directly putting the cash, then that will be counted as capital. Or if I'm putting my own vehicle for business use, that will also be counted as capital. For business entity, capital is an obligation and claim on the assets of business. Yes, because business is different and the owner is different, right? So whatever owner puts in the business, it's the liability of the business to pay him back. This is what entity concept of accounting says. Right? Now, is capital shown on the asset side of balance sheet? No, capital is shown on liability side, because it's a liability of a business to pay back the capital only at the time of liquidation. Therefore, the correct answer over here will be option number D, because they have told you to identify the incorrect one, right? So answer over here will be option number D. Now let's move forward to seventh one. Which one of the following statement is incorrect with respect to accounting principles? Only those transactions happening in the book of happening in the organization which can be expressed in the terms of money are recorded in the books of account. Yes, this should be correct. It looks correct right now. Accounting period refers to the span of the time at the end of which financial statements of the enterprise are prepared. Yes, it looks correct. The accounting records are made in the books of accounts from the viewpoint of owner. No, 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 no. Because we always follow the viewpoint of a business. Owner is different, business is different. And remember, we are doing accounting for business, not for the owner. So therefore, C is incorrect. And if C is the correct answer, then why you have to read D? Right? The accounting transaction should be recorded in objective manner, free from biasness. Obviously, yes. So the correct answer over here will be option number C. Right? This is a very basic assumption of accounting principles. Right? Now, next question. Which accounting assumption allows us to charge the revenue from the revenues of that particular period only to that part of an asset which can be consumed or used to earn that revenue in that period and carry forward the remaining amount to the next year over estimated life of an asset? Now see, this definition prima facie looks for matching principle, but full disclosure, dual expect, consistency, money measurement, going concern. So matching is not available to us. So what will be the correct answer? You can pause the video and then answer. Yes, it will be going concern, because in through growing concern only you have a force, like I would say, unlimited business future, right? You have a kind of saying what, that I will continue my business for a longer period of time. I will just keep on doing my business for a longer period of time, and therefore you carry your, I would say, what, expenses to the next year. Because if expenses are not carried to the next year, or if incomes are not carried to the next year, then your business won't survive, right? So over here, if you see, yes, the most appropriate answer should be matching, but matching is not given to your options list. Therefore, I'm going with going concern. It makes sense also, because my business will go on for a period of time, right? My business will go on for a period of time. Therefore, going concern is the right answer over here. Full disclosure basically means what? That you have to disclose all the material and all the important facts. Dual expect is a very basic fundamental principle which says that every transaction will account how many accounts, at least two, minimum two accounts will be impacted. Consistency principle says that you have to follow one particular principle of accounting for a period of time. Money measurement says what? Money measurement basically says that you have to measure the money. You have to measure the transactions in the form of money only. And going concern says that you have an unforeseeable future in the, I would say, what, accounting, and you have to do the accounting for unlimited period of time. Right? Now let's move forward. The correct answer was E, which I have told you. Question number 9. On Feb 1st, 2022, an old plant was purchased for 50 lakh by Rama Enterprise, which is into the business of manufacturing soaps. So their business is of manufacturing soaps. An amount of 20,000 was spent on transporting the plant to the factory site. In addition, rupees 30,000 was spent on repairs of bringing the plant to the running position, and rupees 25,000 was spent on installation. The total amount at which plant will be recorded in the books of account will be what? Now see, there is one concept in accounting which we call it as cost concept. So if you see, the total machinery cost is 50 lakhs, so you will make an entry with 50 lakhs like machine account debit to cash? No, you will make an entry with all the cost which is associated to that particular machine. This is what cost concept says. So I will add 20,000 because this amount is directly on the transporting of the plant, transporting of the machine to the plant, right? 30,000 was spent on the repairs of bringing the plant to the machine, or bringing the plant running into the running position, and 25,000 was spent on its installation. So all of these expenses are directly related to this particular machine itself. So it will be 50 lakh plus 20 plus 30 plus 75 plus 25. So total will be 75, right? 20 plus 30 is 50, and 50 plus 25 is 75. So you will record the entry at 50 like 75,000, and entry will be what? Machine account debit to cash, because you are purchasing this is cash, right? Old plant was purchased at 50 lakh by Rama Enterprise. So it will be what? Machine account debit or plant account debit to, I would say, cash. So the correct entry will be 50 lakh 75,000, and this is as per the cost concept which I have already explained you. Question number 10. Suppose the firm purchases the machine of 10,000 on credit. Now you are purchasing a machine on 10,000 on credit. It is clearly given that you have purchased on credit. Credit means what? Udhar. Credit means what? Udhar mein liya hai. So if you are purchasing machine on credit, then it will be machine account debit to creditor. You have to pay the money to the creditor, right? So machine will increase, your asset will increase, and your creditor will also increase. Creditor is a liability Machine is an asset. So identify that wherein your asset is increasing and your liability is increasing in the option number 3. Right? Increase in asset on one side and a liability on the other. So you are increasing both. Therefore, the correct answer will be option number C. Right? I hope you would have also got it correct. Question number 11 now. Under the accrual base of accounting, under the accrual base, revenues and costs are recorded on the basis of period in which they have occurred rather than when they are paid. No distinction between the receipt of cash and the right to receive the cash, or the payment of cash, or a legal obligation to pay cash. Monetary factory of the transaction is taken place into the account in a period in which cash is actually received or paid by an enterprise other than the period in which they are earned. So what will be the correct answer over here? Definitely option number A. Is this tough? Is this really tough? The answer is no. This is hell easy, right? And we are currently revising all the concepts. So answer will be option number A. What is accrual concept? Accrual concept basically says that you do not have to worry about receiving of cash or paying of cash. You have to record the transaction only when it becomes due, or only when it is bound to become due. So once it becomes due, you record that particular transaction. Simple. The cash methodology is not followed in accounts. Now, if I say that accrual focuses on revenue and cost, name that particular principle which only focuses on revenue side. Okay, revenue side, like it's a kind of a sub part of accrual base only. So if you know the answer, then please comment and I will definitely like to read the correct answers. Right, so the answer in the previous question will be A. Then question number 12. If the assets of an enterprise are 680 and the outsider claims are 130, then the value of capital would be what? Now we all know that assets is equals to liabilities plus capital. Assets are directly given to you 680. Outsider claims are basically your liability. So liability is also given to you as 130. So 680 is written over here, 130 is written over here plus C, which is capital. So take this to the, I would say, LHS side, which is your asset side. So 6,80,000 minus 1,30,000 will result into what? It will result into 5,50,000. Therefore, the value of your capital will be what? The value of your capital will be 5,50,000 rupees. And remember, this is one of the basic concept of accounting which says what? That balance sheet will always match. This is also known as balance sheet equation. Assets is equals to your liabilities plus capital. Right? Now, let's move to question number 13. Which of the following is true regarding rules of debit and credit? Now, if you know this answer, then it's good. Otherwise, your journal entries are not good. An increase in asset is debited, yes. A decrease in asset is credited. An increase in liability is credited and a decrease in liability is debited. Yes, it is also correct. Increase in expenses and loss is debited and a decrease in expenses and loss is credited. Increase in revenue and gain is credited and a decrease in revenue and gain is debited. Yes, all these statements are correct. Therefore, your answer will be option number E. Just remember, whenever your asset increase, debited. Whenever your liability increase, credited. Right? So this is debit, this is credit. Just remember the one side, another side is very, very easy. All the incomes will be credited, all the losses will be debited. Right? Nominal account rule. So I hope you know about this. This is very, very basic, and the correct answer over here will be option number E itself. Now, moving forward, you can see the rules of debit and credit. Asset increase debit, capital is a liability, right? So capital increase is credited. Revenues and gain increase credited. Liability increase again credit. Expenses increase is debit, right? And if you know journal entries, then this part is quite easy. You don't have to do that much of rote learning. Moving forward, my friends, to the next question, which is, I would say, question number 14. Which of the following is incorrect with respect to capital expenditure and revenue expenditure? My friends, capital expenditure is basically that particular expenditure which you do once in a time. Like it's like non-reoccurring, and it will definitely impact the position of your assets and liabilities. But revenue expenditure is like reoccurring in nature and they are related to day-to-day business operation. So the economic benefits of capital expenditure enjoyed more than a 1 year, yes, because if you do a capital expenditure, then definitely you will get its advantage for more than 1 year, right? For example, if I purchase a machine, purchasing a machine is a capital expenditure only. But will that machine only serve me for first year? No, it will serve me for more than 1 year, right? So that will be called as a capital. The economic benefit of the revenue expenditure will be enjoyed within that particular year, yes. For example, if I pay salary, so salary again I have to pay in the next month. So it's like every now and then I have to pay salary. If you just want to remember one thing, capital expenditure is one shot, like it's not reoccurring in nature, whereas revenue expenditure is reoccurring. Capital expenditure are non-reoccurring. Yes, this statement is also correct. Revenue expenditure are reoccurring in nature. So this is also correct. So question is asking you to identify the incorrect one. Now only option E is left. Therefore E is the incorrect one and that will be your answer, because all revenue expenditure eventually become capital. No, vice versa is true. Vice versa is true. Like your capital expenditure of depreciation will become operating if you charge it regularly, right? So the correct answer over here will be option number E. Next, this table is given for you, so please read it once you get the PDF of this class. Question number 15. Which of the following is correctly matched? Journal, the book of original entry. Yes, because in journal all the different I would say what all the different books, all the different journal entries will be passed in which particular order? Chronological order. What do you mean by chronological order? Date wise, right? You will do the transaction date wise. Ledger is a principal book of accounting, obviously yes, right? Then trial balance, verify the arithmetical accuracy, yes, because your debit needs to be is equals to your credit. Balance sheet tells you the overall position of assets and liabilities. So all of them are correct. Is it tough? According to me, no. But yes, in SEBI you can get easy questions also. Right. Next question, question number 20, question number 16. A bill of rupees 2750 for extension of building was debited to the repairs account. And yes, by the way, I hope you know that what is the principal book, what is arithmetical accuracy. Principal book is like from this particular book only the trial balance will be made, right? And trial balance checks your debit is equals to credit, so it checks the arithmetical accuracy. Very basic stuff. I hope you are aware of it. If not, then please revise. A bill of 2750 for extension of building was debited to the repairs account. Now this is a kind of a mistake, this is a kind of an error. Which kind of error? It cannot be omission. It cannot be omission. Omission means that you have completely skipped or partially skipped. You have completely skipped or partially skipped. Commission deals with your laziness. It's a kind of a clerical error. Error of principle, yes, this looks me correct answer, because over here what you have done is the journal entry should be what? Like if you are doing an expenditure on building, then building should be debited, right? But you have debited repairs account. So this is a kind of a principal error. Your principles of accounting is not clear. Principles of accounting is not clear basically means that you should you should have debited buildings account, but you have debited a repairs account. A building is a real account, right? And repair is a kind of a nominal account. So if you are doing kind of a hera-fairy in identifying the different type of accounts itself, then it basically means that your principles of accounting is at flaw, and therefore the correct answer will be option number C, right? Now, there can be a commission error also, but commission error is like a laziness mistake, a wrong entry passed or a wrong recording done. That is commission, right? Error of posting is also commission. But if you see error of principle, this is like your fundamental principles are not clear, right? Then you have error of omissions. Error of omissions are basically completely skipped or partially skipped. Then you have compensating error. Compensating errors is not a new class. It comes from commission, omission, and principle only, right? Compensating errors are basically those errors which will not impact your trial balance. The net effect will be same, like debit will equals to credit. So that is your compensating errors. Question number 17. Which of the following is incorrect? Match. Which of the following is incorrectly matched? Trademark is intangible, yes, and it's a kind of an asset, so it's intangible real account. Wage, prepaid account. Wage you will be paying to one particular person, right? So wage can be a personal account. Salary is a nominal account. Income, is income your asset? No, income is a nominal account. Therefore answer will be option number D. You know about real, nominal, and I would say personal, right? Real basically tells you all about your assets, whether it's tangible, intangible, or whether it's current asset, fixed asset, whatnot. Any asset will come under real account, right? Then you have nominal. Nominal is for, I would say, what? Your income and expenses. And your personal accounts are for specific persons like debtor and creditor, all that kind of stuff. So the correct answer over here will be option number D, because you have to identify the incorrect one. Income is not real, income is nominal. Income is nominal, right? So answer will be option number D. Cool. Now let's move to question number 18. A theoretical question. Dash prescribes the manner in which a company should prepare its financial statement. So financial statements is given under the Schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013, not Section 3, Schedule 3. Right, so answer will be option number B. A very basic straightforward question. I hope you would have also got it correct. Question number 19 now. Trade payables. Trade payables are basically your what? Shareholder fund. Will it be shown in non-current liability? Will it be shown in current liability? Reoccurring liability or what? See, if you are making balance sheet, then there is nothing like reoccurring liabilities. So this was just given to confuse you. Now trade payables are basically those liabilities which you have to pay in next coming 1 year. So they will be classified as a current liability. Therefore, the right answer will be option number C. Now the moment you see this question, you should mark your answer in 10 seconds. You should not take more than 10 seconds, my friend. Right? Now let's move ahead to question number 20, and this balance sheet format is given to you so that you can revise the important points of your balance sheet. Right? Inventories is a current asset, non-current asset, deferred tax asset, or investment. Definitely inventories are again a kind of a current asset only, because these I will be using in less than 1 year to make my final goods, right? But remember, inventory is a current asset, but it is not a quick asset. True or false? You have to let me know your answer in the chat box. Right? Now, moving forward to the next question, 21. Which of the following is not shown as a part of shareholder funds under the equities and liabilities? Equities and liabilities may you will not show what under shareholder fund. So shareholder fund basically includes your capital plus reserves and surplus. So share capital will be there, reserves and surplus will be there. Money received against warrants, yes, this is also kind of a, like you are selling shares only, right? So that will again be included. Long-term loan will never be in your shareholder fund. That is a non-current liability which will be shown differently. So your answer will be option number D. Right? Your answer will be option number D. Cool. Now let's move to 22nd. Which of the following is a non-cash expense? Which of the following is a non-cash expense? Wages paid to the worker, depreciation to a machinery, interest paid on loan, rent paid on office building, payment to suppliers. See, if you are talking about non-cash, then depreciation is a non-cash. Why, my friends? Because in depreciation, you don't pay any cash to someone, right? In depreciation, you don't pay any cash to someone. It's just like what? It's just like you are doing an expenditure, but you don't know to whom you will pay. So that's a depreciation. You are not giving hard cash to anybody. In wages, you are giving hard cash. In interest also, you are giving in hard cash. Rent payment to suppliers also. But in depreciation, it's a kind of a showcase expense. It's not a hard cash. So answer will be option number B. Right? Moving forward to 23. Now this explanation is given, which you can definitely read. A credit sale of 8,000 was made to Rohan was correctly recorded in the books, but it was mistakenly posted to Roshan account. So sale was made to Rohan. So entry should be Rohan accounted debit to sale, because Rohan is a debtor now, and it has been done Roshan account to sales now. So now see, Rohan and Roshan both are personal. So your accounting principle is correct, but it is a mistake of what? It is a mistake of clerical. It is a mistake of laziness. So therefore your answer will be option number C, which is error of commission. Error of commission is basically laziness mistake only, right? So the answer will be option number C. Question number 24. Uh, Given the following information, calculate the amount of current asset. Okay, so the total of equities and liabilities is given to me as 20 lakh. So the total of liabilities is 20 lakh, and non-current asset is given to me as 5 lakh, right? So total of asset side is what? Non-current plus current, and you have total of balance sheet 20 lakh. And we will not take this creditor because this is included over here, right? In 20 lakh, it is totally given total of equity and liabilities. So it is like 20 lakh is the total of my 20 lakh is the total of my what? It is the total of my, I would say, liability side, which will be carried forward to asset side also. So this will be a total of my asset side also, right? 20 lakh over here as well, right? 20 lakh will be written over here as well. Now, if you have 20 on both, and if you deduct 5 lakhs as your non-current asset, 15 lakh will be left for your current assets. So your answer will be option number C. Your answer will be option number C, which is 15 lakhs. I hope you are able to connect with me. Right? Now comes your question number last, which is question number 24. A company is facing a major lawsuit that may significantly affect its future profits. A final judgment is still pending, but the management decides to mention the lawsuit clearly in the notes of account so that stakeholders are aware about the possible impact. This practice reflects what? It cannot be materiality. Materiality deals with the amounts, right? It deals with the amount, whether this 10 rupees amount will be recorded or whether an amount of 10,000 will be included. Prudence, no. Prudence basically means that you will try to pay safe for the future. The correct answer will be full disclosure, because under full disclosure you disclose all the relevant stuff to your stakeholders or to your, I would say, people, right? So the correct answer will be option number C, not D, C, right? So I hope you would have also solved multiple questions with me, and You would have got basic score in this particular set. Tomorrow we will meet again with a new part 2, and I hope you will meet me again tomorrow to solve multiple questions. That's it. Keep preparing in the best manner as possible. Thank you.